Hello, I'm Brian. Nice to meet you, and you are Mr...
Rick. Rhetoric.
Okay, Rhetoric, how's the race going? Where are you at the moment?
Who knows, Brian?
What, are you lost?
I wouldn't say lost.
But you don't know where you are.
Well, we're currently moving forward.
Any memorable landmarks to help tell you where you are?
No, nothing. It's been pretty dull for the last 2 weeks.
Okay, well, last time you heard, how was the race going?
The Canberra Regatta, action aplenty. As expected, the smaller boats aren't faring very well. It looks like it's going to be between the big two.
So what about the leading team?
Woman in Labour.
Woman in Labour, yes.
Yeah, wait, I think we might be near Timor.
East Timor?
I never said East Timor, Brian. Women in Labour, way out in front.
How has the weather affected the race? The Bureau had announced a tropical storm could...
Cyclone Kevin. People feared it might be a bit of a shitstorm. Ended up being nothing more than hot air, Brian. Looks like it'll almost definitely be heading across the South Pacific.
Kevin is headed to the US.
Saying that, it is getting a bit choppy at the moment.
Hold on tight, John. Don't want you falling overboard.
No, that kind of thing almost ruined Pacific Solutions' race a few years back.
Lucky for them, their opponents had already sunk by that stage, though.
Anyway, Brian, women in Labour. Hasn't all been smooth sailing.
Why? They have a virtually unbeatable lead, don't they?
Well, she's leaking.
Labour's leaking.
Turns out before the storm buggered off, it did some internal damage.
This isn't the first time she sprung a leak, though, is it?
Well, they're in damage limitation mode, Brian. At least they're not ignoring this leak.
They ignored the previous ones.
The captain just pretended there was no leak.
Where are these leaks coming from?
Well, it's hard to say. Everyone seems to think they're coming from down below.
Not up top?
No, definitely not from the top. Being a boat, Brian, you'd imagine leaks come from down below.
Is this just poor preparation? They hadn't readied the new ship?
Well, it may look like a new ship, but Labour are running the same vessel they used in the 2007 campaign, so...
Really? But it looks totally different. It's got a fresh coat of paint and...
Well, painting it from white to red hardly makes a new boat, Brian.
Okay, well, despite all this, they're still out in front.
Well out in front. She might be falling apart, but it's hard to imagine anyone else crossing the line on August 21st. Their closest rivals...
Ah, smuggling budgies.
Yes, that's right. Last time their vessel was spotted, it was about to leave Maternity Bay. It was going the wrong way.
Are they backtracking, are they?
Wouldn't be the first time.
So really, this race has brought out the worst in everyone.
Well, you can say that again, Brian. Look at you and me.
Me and you?
You and me. We're satirists satirising satirists.
It's a slap in the face.
It's a snake eating its own tail.
Satirical Ouroboros?
That's a bit high-minded, Brian. I see it might be having our own heads up our own freckles.
Well, we don't want that.
It's certainly where I'd prefer to spend the election, Brian.
I wonder what the real ones of us are doing right now.